Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hello, everyone. It is 3:17 p.m. Jen, thank you for helping me with the clip. I still had to do a few things different than what you had to do, but I finally got it. I knew it was a matter of adjusting. So what we're getting ready to do, we're on our way to Meijer's because I did explain in one of my responses, I think it was to you, Jen, that yesterday that Pepsi that I purchased, which was buy two, get one free. Actually, I didn't purchase it. The young lady, she was trying to help with the salt and she was trying to do 10 things at once. And she messed around and did not ring me up. And I didn't realize that until after I got home. And I like honesty. Simply because I would prefer... Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to back out without hitting this AT&T truck. Because I'm all on the wrong side of the driveway. Okay. And here comes a car. Come on, come on. And of course, I've got 5 cars coming from the other side. What's with all the traffic? Something must have happened because we're the side street from the main road, and whenever we get a lot of traffic coming up and down our street, lots of times has been an accident or something that has caused a backup, and they'll take these side streets. Okay, so what I'm doing, if my battery doesn't go down in the phone, is I'm taking y'all on a trip to Meijer's. So I know I told y'all that the mall is only like 1 minute from my home and all that good stuff, but now, you know, we've got so much snow, as you can see, it's going to take longer. So, but in the summer, maybe we'll do another trip, and then you'll see just how close we are. You're going to see that today, but it's not going to take 1 minute. It's going to take much longer because I have to hit the side street because I do not like turning left onto the main road because there's not a light there. So I usually go up to the street where there is a light. Okay, so this is the neighborhood. I know it looks old and beat up, but it's the ghetto and not the burbs. But our neighborhood, I must say, this is one of the best neighborhoods in my city. I was fortunate to get over here. First of all, we're in the heart of the city. We're within a few minutes of everything. I'm within 2 minutes of downtown, the mall, the big mall called Great Lakes Crossing, all the restaurants, anything, Value World, anything that I need to get to, with the exception of my doctors who are way over on the other side of town, I am pretty much within walking distance if I had to walk. Or at least I could ride my scooter. So yeah, this is taking a while because I'm driving on snow. They haven't even bothered to plow, and why, I don't know. I know that we've gotten at least 6 inches of snow over the past, over the days. Thank goodness everything wasn't dumped on us at once like in the South. We got that snowstorm that last time that I was driving and it was snowing. Then the next night we got maybe an inch, then we got an inch, then we got another inch, and then last night, which I didn't even know. I know they said snow flurries, but it looks as if we got an inch. If you see all this on my car, and I hope y'all can see, because I am not looking in that direction. Okay, we are at the corner. There's a church right directly in front of me. and I won't be swiveling the phone to show you. Well, I can do it. I'm at a stop sign. There's the church, you guys. Okay. And as you can see, this is the busy street. Let me nope, can't raise the visor. So I just hope y'all can see out the window, because that's where I have the phone aimed. And there's a lot of traffic here. Oh, you know what? It's 3:22. People are getting off from work, and then school is letting out. There's a school that we're going to be passing called John F. Kennedy, and they are currently letting out, and it's going to be a lot of traffic. So what I don't understand is what's with all this traffic coming this way. Golly. I'm glad there's no one behind me, because see, they'll honk you. And I'm the type, I don't just jump out and bust out, especially when you have snow banks blocking your view. Okay, I just did it. The car was right at me. Okay. So you see, even on this main street, which is called Columbia, there are homes here. Then here's our 7-Eleven right here. Then to your left, and I'm at a light so I can show you, we have a Little Caesars on the corner. It's a hot now. And then that one grocery store I was telling you about that was right by me is right there. It's called Save-A-Lot. Okay, so now we're going to pass, when we make our turn at this light here, we're going to be passing Family Dollar. There's one here, and then there's one less than a mile up the block. Why they have two Family Dollars on the same strip, I don't know. And then our former Rite Aid, you'll probably catch a glimpse of that. Okay, the light that we got the arrow, I'm gonna miss the arrow because of these slow pokes, and I missed it. Golly. Okay, y'all. Well, you can at least see the Rite Aid. The light is green, but I don't have the right of way. But there's the Rite Aid right there. Okay, let me quit fooling with the phone and just leave it. I can't show you everything. Okay, and it looks as if I'll get to turn. That is, if this light doesn't turn red before this last car. I have one more car to go, and he's turning good. Ooh, and it just turned yellow, but I made it, y'all. Okay, we are here. Here is Family Dollar. Then, here's the tire place. When I got my flat, that's where I came. And then remember the gas station I told you that's on the corner? And speaking of which, I have to go back to the gas station because when I filled up about, a month and a half ago for the winter, $30 filled me up. Gas prices had dropped that week. Well, gas prices have since gone back up, and I used $30 again because I was feeling I had a quarter of a tank, so I figured $30 would get me full again. It didn't. It got me one dot from full, and I don't like the one dot deal. I want it all the way on full because with this surgery coming up and everything, I will not be driving. Okay, there's the food pantry that I usually go to. You'll see the people out there. They just finished up. That's the one I go to in the summer. Oh, there we go. That's the one I go to, the one in the summer that gives the farm vegetables and all that stuff. So, and if the phone drops again, pardon me, it's not tightened and I can't tighten it. But I'm at least trying to keep it up so you guys can see. I'm at the light right now, at the first main block. And actually the only main block. So there's no more lights from here to the mall. But because we're going to be passing the school, there's probably going to be traffic there. The next light is going to be when we pass the DT store and the post office just as we're arriving at the mall. Another time I'll film coming back because there's lots of businesses and everything on the other side of the road. But I'm filming to the right. Or should I say let's see, what direction am I going in? I'm going in north. No, I'm filming north. I'm going west right now. filming south. That's what it is, because I-75 is to south, is to the right. Sorry about that. I think I'm filming south. I know my directions, but I don't know my directions. I have to be like standing in the center of something before I can figure out what direction I'm in. I believe I'm going east. That's what it is. And I'm filming south. Okay. I'm sure of it now. Okay, so as you can see, we have crossed over. We passed the school, so obviously they must have finished up. As soon as you pass the school, you cross into the city of Auburn Hills. So that's what we have done. So this is the suburb close to my city, Auburn Hills. And we're coming up on a lake. You won't be able to see it because it's frozen. And we're coming up on the mall. Also, the mall is right beyond the lake. And when I do the film of us on the other side, I will show you the street that I almost moved on and the house that I almost got. That was when I first bought my home. I'm glad I didn't get it now because it was a sprawling ranch and it was on 3 acres. That would have been a homestead. But to upkeep it after Mom died, I don't think I would have made it. That house had 3 bathrooms, everything. Okay, we're at the mall. As you can see, Great Lakes Crossing. I don't know if you can see the sign. And here's the DT store. We're passing that. We're coming on a red light now. I'll raise the camera so you can see. We're passing Verizon, and I'm going to show you the sign. Now, because it's winter, it took me longer to get here, but this is how close I am to the mall. And it's a big mall. It's one of our premier malls here in the, well, what you would call the Metro Detroit area because, well, they have a few malls in Detroit, but this is the biggest. And everything is there. And don't you know, I've only set foot in this mall only 2 times in my life. And both times was with the scooter. I just haven't gone there because there's so many shops and outlets, you know, in the same area that anything that I need. But I am going to go to the mall because it's something that I need that can only be found there. And I said I was going to do that this winter. And I want to start walking because they have a few walking clubs there at the mall. They meet in there. But see, because I can't get up so early because of my SAD, but I'm going to have to, now that the CPAP is helping with that, maybe, you know, I can start getting up like at 8 and just meeting the crew at the mall. Okay, now we're turning on the street that leads you to Meijers. Getting ready to do that in a second here, right here. This is called Brown Road, and if you can see straight ahead, you see there's businesses everywhere. It's just the strip, as I call it. Okay, there's a hotel right here. And I'm coming down the side road, and you're going to start seeing other businesses like Best Buy. You're going to see Costco. There's a Sam's Club, fast food restaurants. Joann's. And we're just about at Meijer's. Over the hill, and we're passing Menards now, but sorry you guys, we're on the other side. You're on the Best Buy side, so we're passing Menards, but you've seen that. And we're now passing Costco. Car just bailed out in front of me. So it's a good thing I was watching. And we're here at Meijer's. We're passing the Joann. Joann is in the same complex as Meijer, but I go up to the light where the Meijer sign is. I'll do the gas after I go in because I'm in and out. I'm just going to pay them for this Actually, I could turn in. Yeah, I'm going to turn in right here. There's 2 lights, but I'm going to turn in at this first one. But anyway, I'm going to go in, pay for this Pepsi. Hopefully they'll tell me Merry Christmas, but I doubt it. Because when I talked to the guy on the phone, he was like, thank you for being honest. And I just told him, I said, you know what? I've been shortchanged before, so I know how it feels from both ends of it. But I would prefer someone, you know, is honest with me. And it has happened, too, where someone's been honest and said, I think in the phone place, I gave the man I had just withdrawn some cash, and the 20s were stuck. They were new bills, and I thought I was being careful and getting everything, you know, separated, and I wasn't. And I gave that man, I ended up giving him a 50 extra when I was paying my phone bill, and he was honest. He could have kept that and not said a word to me. But he said to me, he said, you just gave me an extra $50. He peeled that thing away, and I was like, thank you so much. And I was just so appreciative. But I've always just been honest. One time, and I'm going to tell you how that happened. When I was working in the plant, I found a wallet in the bathroom. And look, my honesty paid off. Here's a spot right here at the door. But anyway, I was in the, I went into the restroom, and a wallet was left on the counter in the restroom. So I looked in it because I was like, let me see who this belongs to. You know, whoever it would have belonged to, I would have given it back to them. Now that part I would have done. But the wallet was, it didn't have any ID. It was just full of cash. And we had gotten paid that day. And it was over $1,000 cash in that wallet. Cash. Why that person brought that much money with them to work, I don't know. And then had nerve enough to leave the billfold sitting right there. But anyway, I grabbed the wallet, and like any person would do, I tossed the wallet in the garbage can and stuffed the cash in my pocket. Anyway, and I say it was God. He convicted me because I went back to the line and was working. And what happened was, I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm just doing my work. My boss came through, he checked, but we had this lady, she was a floor inspector named Ruth. That was really nice, and I really liked her. So Ruth, she had to come to all the machines every hour on the hour to do the floor inspection of the parts. We were making brake valves, and she had to make sure that the brake valve was correct and all that. So anyway, let me cut off the car so people won't think I'm coming out. Anyway, so Ruth, she came by to do the floor inspection, and something just as big said to me, that wallet belongs to Ruth. I'm like, it can't. No. And she had never mentioned, you know, has anyone seen a wallet? In fact, no one that day, and this was a big plant. No one had come over the loudspeaker, nothing like that, because you would think if you've lost $1,000, you're going to do everything in your power to try to get it back. And so it was like every time I kept running into Ruth for the rest of the night. She would come to our machine. Then we had lunch. Then there was break time. It was like every time I looked up, there she was. And I kept thinking, every time my soul would just stir and tell me that wallet belonged to Ruth. Ruth never even noticed that she had lost it. I'm skipping ahead, y'all, so I can get into this store. It was Ruth's wallet. She never even noticed that it was missing until after she got home that night. And we worked afternoon shift and didn't get off until 11:30 p.m. But what happened was, let me tell you what happened in between time. It bothered me so bad that around 10 o'clock that night, my boss, Charlie, came to my machine. And I said, Charlie, I was like, I got a confession. And I sat there and rambled off everything that had happened. And Charlie was like, Q-Ada, where's the wallet? I said, Charlie, I took the money, put it in my pocket, and the wallet's in the garbage. I said, so it may have been tossed when the chipper janitor went through to clean the bathrooms. He was like, go down there. He said, go down there and see if that wallet is still there. And if it is, then bring it. I was like, thank you, Charlie. It felt like a weight had been lifted off of me when I told Charlie about that. And so I went, and sure enough, the chipper janitor hadn't been through. And really, no one had been in that particular bathroom because we had lots of bathrooms throughout our facility because it was large. That wallet was, I buried it, of course. So I put on my gloves and I unburied it, but it wasn't no further down than what I had buried it. I grabbed it, cleaned it off a little bit, took it back up. I put the cash back in while in the bathroom, took it to Charlie and gave it to him. He said, okay, I'm going to hold on to the wallet. He said, if no one claims it within, I think he said 2 weeks, he said, then it's yours. He said it could have belonged to a guest or anything. He said, if no one claims it, it's yours. He said, if someone claims it, I was like, and they will. He said, then I will give it to them and let them know that you found it and turned it in. I won't tell them all the other stuff. So sure enough, Ruth called frantic later that night. And so when Charlie came in, because this was on a Friday night, Charlie came in, he worked Saturday for the afternoon shift. They got time and a half and double time if they worked the weekend. I never worked the weekend because whenever I got that extra money, Uncle Sam would take it. So I never worked beyond 5 days unless it was some sort of emergency and they begged me to do it. And usually they give me comp time. In that instance, they'd be like, okay, we'll just give you time off like during the week, a few hours here and there. Anyway, I went back in on Monday. It turned out Ruth had called frantic because it was her house payment money. Anyway, she was frantic, and they told her that a wallet had been turned in. So she went back to the plant to get it. And so she got it during the midnight shift. So that Monday when I came in, soon as I walked in the door and punched in, Ruth was waiting on me. And I looked at her, and I smiled because I knew. I said, Ruth, that was your wallet, wasn't it? And I told her what happened, and she laughed about it. I said, Ruth, God whooped my butt because he told me that wallet was yours. I said, out of all these thousands of people up in this plant, I was like, when you stepped up to that machine, I said, my soul just started stirring. So anyway, she laughed and she laughed, but she brought me a reward. She gave me a little cash, and she also she brought me a stack of lottery tickets. They were scratch-offs. So that was nice of her. And from that day on, I said, if I ever find a wallet or if anything ever happens like that, I would always turn it in. And I have found one since, right here at Meijer's. It wasn't a wallet. Someone had left their purse on top of their car, and they had gone in to shop and didn't realize it. I grabbed the purse, walked into Meijer's, took it up to the service desk, and apparently the person claimed it. But I walked away. I didn't even stick around to see who it was or anything. But that's, so now here I go, Miss Honesty, back in Meijer's. So this is today's episode, so I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. I should leave it recording, but my battery is low, so I'm surprised the video hasn't even stopped. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.